Alright, what's up guys? Back with another video. This is a very simple video. I'm going to show you how to change the brake pads and the brake pads only. A lot of people tell you to change the calipers and do more work, but I'm just going to do the bare minimum. This is my work truck. I try not to throw too much money at it, but also I don't plan on keeping it forever, so I definitely don't want to throw a bunch of money at it. I just want to do I don't want to say do the least to keep it running, but I want to do the least to keep it running good, if that makes sense. But I'm going to take you in and get started. I already did this side, so this side's going to fly by. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is lift the tire off the ground. I use a jack and lift it by the control arm. But usually everybody already knows how to do that. And just for extra safety, I use a jack stand. You should always use jack stands, because if anything happens to that jack, you don't want to be underneath it. And I think that should be plenty. The jack stand I just put under the frame. Next thing I do is turn the wheel all the way to the opposite side that I'm working on, just because the calipers are easy to reach. Oh, by the way, you don't need all the tools that I'm going to use. I just have a bunch of tools, so it just makes the job easier. You can just use a regular cross iron to take these off. But I'm gonna go ahead and take the wheel off. Oh yeah, by the way, I forgot to mention this. I had already taken it off. This is just a cap. You put a screwdriver in where there's a little, I guess almost like a guide for it, and you literally just pop it off with a screwdriver. But I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. Make sure you got a good view. Get the best view in the house. By the way, they might seem super tight. It's because all this is torqued. I can't remember what the torque spec is. I want to say it's around 100 or 120 pounds. But your tires are going to have torque specs on them also. But like I said, this is just the bare minimum. My tires, or my brakes, were making a rubbing noise, almost like a scratching noise. So I figured it's time to change them. I changed the one on the other side, and I think that's actually where the scratching was coming from. But since when you go buy brake pads, you buy them in pairs. So I just said I'll just go ahead and change these. So again, I have this supported. I have the control arm supported here, and the frame supported by the jack stand. But you're going to use I think it's 3/8. Yeah, a 3/8 drive Allen head or Allen socket. There's 2 pins back here. I'm gonna hang this off it, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. So the 2 pins are right in the back of the caliper. There's one there, and then there's one underneath. Actually, this is it right here. It's right in the back of this. But I'm gonna take those off real quick, and I guess I'll set you up like this. So righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. I just use a breaker bar to break them loose. I think these are only supposed to be torqued to 25 inch-pounds on this truck. But I'll have to look it up again. But again, you should torque these also. Like I said, we're not doing the brake or the rotors and everything. We're literally just doing the brake pads. And here's something crazy. I actually used to work on cars as a hobby. Wow. I'd never do that shit again. So once you break it loose, you can just put it on a ratchet. I mean, it's still kind of fun, and it's cool to know how to do all your own shit, because it'll just save you a lot of money in the future. And just like any bolt, you'll be able to fill when it's loose. And the brake pads are actually these 2 things. One on this side and then one on this side. And I'll show you how to take those out right now. And I'll show you like some other basic tricks that you should do to like if the only thing you're doing is changing brake pads. Oh, by the way, these are actually your calipers, and if they're not smooth, you should take them to O'Reilly's or somewhere that'll sand them flat. And they'll do them for like $15 a piece. It's still cheaper than replacing your it's cheaper than replacing your what the fuck is leaking in there? No idea what the fuck that is. Not what I want to see though. Antifreeze reservoir? Oh yeah, I think that's on the other side. Anyways, need to figure out what that is. So once you get these off, there's gonna be two guides underneath it. That's this top guide and the bottom guide. And you literally just wiggle them back and forth until they pop out. Something you don't want to do is you don't want to leave it hanging because it's going to be on your brake line. And you don't want your brake line hanging. Man, something is leaking up there. I need to figure out what that is. I thought it was brake fluid for a minute. But I do not think it's brake fluid because it's leaking all the way up here. I guess I'll look at that also. Like I said, I don't put a bunch of money in this truck. I just do what I have to keep it running. Okay, so your brake pads, this and this. You're gonna need a screwdriver, literally just to pry these off. So you lift it up. You lift up on that little clip, and you literally push it forward with your hand, and it'll pop out. That's one of them. This other side I forgot to mention, you're gonna want to put a clamp on this and decompress that cylinder all the way. Oh, yep, I think that's actually where it was scratching. You can see it starting to fall apart. The brake pad. The other one was pretty bad on that side also. But again, you literally just push on these and they'll pop off. If you have to, use a screwdriver to pry it off. Make sure you guys have a good view. You guys have a good view of it. Okay, so this one's a little stuck, so literally just put a screwdriver in there. And it'll literally pop off. And a lot of people are probably gonna comment and say like, you need to change the rotors, turn the rotors, and all kinds of other stuff. But like I said, if you don't plan on keeping it, and it's just like your work truck or something, or you just don't have money to change your parts, then definitely the cheaper route to go is just changing the brake pads. But I will say the brake pads won't last as long without new rotors. Dang, I'm struggling to get that thing out. I don't think I ever have this much issue. Oh, there you go. But like I said, now that that's out, it'll slide back in really easy. But also, where these sit, where this end touches, it's inside this flange. I don't know if you can see it on there, but it's literally this flange. You want to take a wire brush to that for sure, and just scrape that. You also want to take a wire brush to both these edges and clean those up. But I'm gonna decompress that cylinder before I do any of that. I should have did it when I had this one on there. Let me grab a clamp. So I guess I'll be making another video on how to fix whatever's leaking up there also. But again, you don't want to hang it on your brake lines, because it could make your brake lines leak. But again, just put a clamp on that, decompress the cylinder, and I'll show you a better view right now. So you're gonna put a clamp on your brake pad on this side and then put it on the edge, and you're literally just gonna tighten that, and this cylinder is gonna decompress. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. Oh yeah, by the way, normally it won't make that noise. It's just binding up right now on that rust. But again, you'll see the cylinder going in. I already made a giant mess, so I'm not gonna fuck with it now. So you literally just want to drive those in as far as they go. And that cracking noise is just the binding on the rust from the brake pad. So now that those are fully compressed, you just take this off. And then since I've already taken that brake pad off and it's been shifted a little bit, it should be fairly easy to get off. Now that's off. So just put your new brake pads on the same way you took those off. I can't believe I overflowed my brake fluid. I've never done that before. It's kind of funny though. Oh yeah, real quick. Take your wire brush to those two areas right now. It's literally just both edges where the brake pad's gonna sit. It just keeps a lot of binding from happening. And a lot of people will tell you to put copper anti-seize on it, which is not a bad idea. But again, if you're just trying to keep your car running good, or you don't have the money to replace stuff, this is literally just the bare minimum you can do. And a lot of people know how much I work on cars. They're probably gonna give me shit about this, but I'm probably gonna keep this truck another 20,000 miles or so and then sell it. So I'm not gonna throw a bunch of money at it. Also, these rotors aren't bad, to be honest. They're pretty smooth. As soon as I hear it scratching or something, usually I replace parts. I don't like for them to fail. Okay. I'm gonna go get an air hose. I'll be right back. What happened? All right. Now just put your new brake pads on the same way you took them off. And since they're brand new, they're not gonna bind. And since you scraped all that little bit of rust off, it should go on fairly easy. Just make sure not to rip that boot. Just make sure they're sitting flush. So this is a really, really easy job to do. I think I did both sides in less than an hour. But like I said, if you're planning on keeping the car longer than what I plan on keeping this truck, or you care more about that vehicle than I do this truck, I would say replace the rotors. Anyways, I'm not doing all that. Now, so once you have this off, you literally just slide it back into place. And if your caliper's not decompressed all the way, it's not going to go on. This one's going on fine. Something else to note, push those pins out. They're just little guide pins, which should be lubricated. If they're sticking, then you probably should put some kind of grease on them. I forgot what the grease is called, but if you go to AutoZone, they'll tell you what grease it is. I just did the back brakes on these, but I didn't make a video for it. So I'm gonna tighten this. All right, so I just got done torquing them. Let me compress the brakes and see what happens. So the brakes are out. They're under pressure. Should be good. All right, so I'm gonna straighten the wheel out. Like I said, this is the very, very bare minimum you can do to change the brakes. It's literally just the brake pads. These rotors are usually still good. If they're not good, they'll have big gouges in them right here. Use copper antifreeze or anti-seize in places like this. I didn't do it. Like I said, I'm not too worried about this truck. It's already taking a beating. It'll continue to take one for 20 more thousand miles. Alright, so like I said, this is just the bare minimum to fixing your brakes, I guess. I only changed the brake pads. Simple video, easy to do, anybody can do it. Maybe need like, if you don't need the air, like the impact and all that stuff, if you have like basic tools, I bet it doesn't even cost you $100. It's cheaper than going to a mechanic. I'm out. Oh yeah, make sure to subscribe, don't be a hater.